Today, I kind of assigned myself a slot of writing time, and I just wanted to be in the right kind of mindset to do it. So, I put on some makeup and the clothes and stuff that I like, and I wanted to, sit outside on my front porch and just kind of write as much as I could. I set aside, a couple of hours, not a long time, but just, one or two. And I wanted to feel my best while I was doing it, because, if you feel, crappy, you're not gonna, want to persist through, the 2 hours, or, you're gonna just not feel creative or inspired. So, I kind of wanted to put on my best shoes, not, I guess, literally and metaphorically. um, and just kind of get in the mood to write, because writing was kind of getting a little harder. I wouldn't say I wasn't inspired. I had the creative juices flowing and stuff, but I don't know, it was hard to find the time to do it. I wasn't quite writing every day as I had been, but every couple of days, and not for long periods of time. So finding a place to actually sit down for more than 30 minutes to write was, something I just needed to do. And I try to schedule longer sessions of writing every now and then, because I feel the writing just doesn't flow as well. If I read it back to myself later, since I do it in such small chunks, sometimes it doesn't quite flow together really well. So I wanted to really get in the flow with writing and just kind of let stop holding my creativity back, because I wasn't writing in short amount of time because I didn't have the inspiration, or didn't want to keep writing, but I just didn't have the time, or didn't set aside enough time, so I had to stop because of outside reasons. But obviously that is changed today. So I actually got to sit down for a while and work out some plot stuff and introduce a new character. And honestly, it was nice, but it was also just the thought in the back of my head was I wish I could do this more than once a week, because I'll kind of do the longer sessions on the weekends, and I don't really have time during the week. But it's I don't have the time, and though I do make the time, but but I'll talk more about what I actually wrote during the session coming up. So I was able to get to a point in the story where it stopped being reactionary and started being more action, cuz and it got to a little plot point where the plot's going forward, not just the characters reacting. And oh my gosh, I'm so excited. It was mainly exciting because I got to a point where I got to introduce a new character outside of the family, and I previously hadn't really designed this character. Well, by design, I mean I've designed them by, I generally know, I've designed their entire story and their story arc, and I kind of know the personality and vibe they give off, and maybe what their color palette might be, but I haven't fully designed them like an outfit, or like what they first appear in, or like character trait specifics, as it like physical trait specifics, like maybe the shape of their nose or whatever. So I love character design. So I got to this point and I was like, okay, I get to take a little break and design this little character, and it's going to be so fun because I love designing characters. And basically I'm using this outside character to sort of drive the plot forward. Because, well, I still feel like the main character would have gotten there eventually on her own, but I don't know how long it would have taken her, so this is like kind of speeding up the process a bit. And like the character I'm so happy with. It was basically a lot of heavy, it was like almost not implying anymore, it was like I was almost explicitly saying through like intense, or not intense, but like a lot of body language signals like pointing towards this person is like, this outside character is like someone important and is like going to lead you in a direction and like knows more than she lets on. Like, I don't hide that at all. Like, she's not a mysterious character. Well, I guess she's mysterious in some aspects in that the main character doesn't know why she's doing the things she's doing, but she's not mysterious in her wants and goals that she's like forcing on to the main character. Like, yeah. But like, she's super cute. Like, I think her outfit that I made her in was like, she's wearing like a loud patterned skirt, suede ankle boots, fashionable hijab, like beautiful skin that's like acne free, like pure glass skin. I really like this character. And the thing is, though, for this outside character, like in the outline, she is not in the outline at all in like the 27 chapters I outlined. But I did actually intend for her to be in this story. It wasn't like a random idea. Like, I did want her to be in the story. I just, for some reason, didn't include her in the outline. So any scene where I'm introducing her is like, I'm just making it up on the spot. I'm like, it feels right to have a scene with her right about here. And I just do it. Because, like, for some reason, she's just not included in the outline. But I added her in, finally, and I was so excited to have an outside character because, I just have that itch to, like, create new characters because, I've been with I know this family all too well. I spent a lot of time with them. I love outside characters to have some, like, fresh stuff, But yeah, and then, like, I don't know how to explain it, but, like, from that point on, like, right before they meet this outside character, there's, like, a serious, or not, I guess it's serious, like, a serious conversation happens in the family where, like, they discuss what changes kind of need to be made because of the, like, inciting incident or incidents that happened previously in, like, the first chapter. And so that leads to the main character meeting this outside character, which will make sense when you read it. But, like, so from that point on, like, it's, the main character is basically, sorry, I had to cough. Anyways, the main character is basically, from that point on a fast track to, like, getting to where, like, the character arc is, like, like, she's basically on a fast track from that point on, and it's, like, things just happen one right after the other and like she starts meeting all these other people of her own will, of course. She's not just like necessarily randomly running into these people. She's like seeking out these other people. She's starts to get to the point where she's like on her way to realizing like what she may have that she can use as an advantage to like get things from other people, or like get things from other people to help her and her family. I kind of explained that in the story description, but I don't know how much detail will go into that. I don't know. It's like kind of a long-winded explanation, so I probably won't do that here anyways in this video. But just know that she makes some decisions and she goes on her little adventure and she makes plans and she gets herself into something, and it like all happens pretty fast because she is kind of on a timeline herself. I mean, it's not just like self-enforced. Like her family does sort of have like a timeline that they need to keep track and like work through, because like people are out there trying to kill them or get them or whatever, and so they're like, oh, maybe we should do something about this. So yeah, but what was I trying to say? Basically, I'm at about 6,500 words right now, and I've been writing like every day except for like one day where I was really busy, but all the other days I've written, and I'm writing basically almost every day, and I have been pretty busy. Like, it's not like I have a lot of free time. I've explained in like videos on here and on my other channel that like I am a full-time student, or I guess above a full-time student, because I'm at 2 schools, but one of them's like part-time, so full-time and part-time student together, and then hopefully that part-time school will turn into a part-time job, and then I have like my writing and my art that I set goals for. Where was I going with this? Basically, I'm busy, and I have a life. So some days I don't have as much time to write as I'd like, but I do try to write every day. But I have been finding it kind of hard to this week, because like it's really been like, I don't know, this week went by really fast, and like I don't know, it wasn't like overly busy, like I wasn't like exhausted, like about to like pass out or throw up at the end of each day. Like it's doable, like I was doing it. It's just different, especially because I'm just coming from summer where there was like not as much of the going and doing. Not saying I don't enjoy the going and doing. I actually really enjoy being busy, I guess. I just definitely am feeling that thing where it's like, wow, I'm just thinking like, the thought comes to every student's head, like, what if I didn't have school? Then I would have so much other time, and yeah. I'm like, can I please finish school, because that would give me like so much time to like work on all this stuff I want to work on, because like it's always on my brain when I'm walking to class, when I'm in the class, when I'm doing stuff for the class. Like I'm always thinking about like my art or my writing, because like, and not in like, I'm not complaining about that being my brain space. Like, I love that being my brain space. Like, yes, get that creative stuff going. Yes. Like, it's what I love. So, of course, I want what I love to be filling my brain and not other stuff. I don't see it as a bad thing. But it's just like I do make time to like do the things I like either writing or drawing, and sometimes both almost every day, even if just for a little bit. And like that's great, but it's just the thought of like I can't wait to finish school because, then I could have more time to actually do what I want, you know? And I mean, that thought comes to everyone's head. Like, I know that's not just me, but yeah. And then I'm like, a job, like, how long do I have to do a job before I, like, make my own money and stuff, But I don't know, that's just where my head's been at with writing. Like, I'm still doing it, I'm still writing, but it's just like, I wish I could write more because I love writing. I wish I could just, like, sit somewhere for hours. I don't know. It's, it's still good though. And I guess I'll just, update you the next time I write, probably next week or something. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I have.